Hello everyone, Hiroo Chothia here. Hi, today I'm going to talk about the pitfalls of a sales funnel. And the reason I've decided to do this as part of the Q&A is I've had a number of questions and comments about the difficulties and frustrations of the sales funnel. I've also had a couple of people direct message me. So here we go. What are the pitfalls and how can we avoid them? But before we get into what the pitfalls are, let's just be clear what I mean by the sales funnel for those who are unfamiliar. So essentially, it's quite straightforward. It is just a process that businesses can use to help lead their customers to a purchasing decision, to the place where they are in the right place for a purchasing decision. It's as simple as that. And ideally, by the time they've led them through the funnel, they are sort of ripe and ready and willing to make a purchase. Individuals who use this analogy will understand it best when you think about a funnel in your own home, using a funnel to perhaps get liquid from one container into another, say from a can to a bottle. We often use a funnel to make sure that all the liquid goes into and is directed specifically to the mouth of the bottle so that everything is directed in the right place and there is no spillage outside. Similarly, what we're doing through the AIDA marketing model. And AIDA stands for, as you can see, awareness, interest, desire, and action. Now, let me just quickly run through these in case you are unfamiliar with this process and tell you not only what they stand for, as I've just done, but most importantly, the purpose at each stage. So you are at the start of the funnel, at the top of the funnel. Your basic premise is to take the prospects, as I said, through the funnel right to the end of the funnel there, and hopefully by then be in the right place for a sale. So the first part is making sure that you are creating awareness. So here you are attracting the prospects to you and what you have to offer. You're creating awareness about your products and your expertise, but most importantly, you're creating awareness about solutions that you have identified for their problems, the problems of your ideal customers. So you could be doing that through an ebook, a podcast, blogs, lots and lots of options there. But primarily at this first stage, and indeed the second stage, these are all free. So the whole idea is to raise awareness about yourself and start attracting potential customers who are still prospects at this stage. So they've come to your website or indeed seen an advert and they like what you've got to offer free. They're going to give up their email address rather, and you are going to create that awareness and attract them into your email list. Once you've got them, of course, you want to ensure that you continue to get their interest and buy-in. What's really important is that you start nurturing a relationship with them so that you can do that. And often this is done through a series of emails or blogs so that you're constantly plying them with content, free content, building on this whole concept of solution for their problems. And then what you're going to have is a series of emails, as I said, because it's not a matter of just giving them a couple of things and then asking them to buy unless they know you exceptionally well. And even that I don't think works. So you're building up a relationship. They're starting to get to know you. They're starting to trust you, like what you've got to offer. And then you move into the desire stage where perhaps through a webinar, etc., you're going to reinforce that message and you're just going to start really converting them to the idea that you can help them. And at the end of this process, hopefully they will be really engaged so that you can then only then offer them your product or service. And it will probably be through a sales page of some sort. And very importantly, at the end of this sales funnel process, you are asking them to take very precise action by buying your product. Call to action, go to the sales page, and at the sales page, a further call to action, click this button or whatever, so that you can be taken directly to the sales of the product where you will get solutions for X, Y, and Z. And that's where you start to really see the fruits of your labor throughout this process, because hopefully what you will see is a percentage of them will start converting and you will start making sales. So that in a nutshell is what the sales funnel process looks like, and more importantly, what each stage is intended to do for you. Now, the pitfalls. Pitfall number one. What tends to happen when this goes wrong is that businesses will start off with very, very good content at the start of the process, but will not follow through. They will take shortcuts at the second stage, often, which is the interest stage, where they might take some shortcuts regarding the emails. There may not be as many emails sent out, or the content might not be as valuable, etc. And that is a huge mistake, because having got them hooked in at the awareness stage, these are building blocks and you're constantly looking to build upon them so that you continue to get their buy-in right throughout this process. What you're basically saying is, I am really good at this. I'm giving you tons of information and I've got all the solutions that you require, or a solution that you require for this particular product, and you've got for your problem rather, and my products and services will give those to you, and you're going to show them this throughout this process with all this free information, but very, very valuable content and education. Second pitfall, and this is probably the biggest mistake that business owners make, and that is that many are told, or they will go out and learn it for themselves. Both are equally valid, as long as you remember one fundamental issue, which is that before you dive into creating your ebook or creating an advert or whatever it is to create that awareness, you are very clear that you have a plan. Planning is absolutely vital to this process, that you want to plan right from the start of your funnel right to the end before you even start the process. Because otherwise what will happen is there will be a lag in time as you start planning each stage. At the end of each one, you start and plan the next one, and before you know it, a good percentage of people will have left you and have forgotten you. We live in an information overload age, and somebody else or some other email will take their interest. So these are the biggest pitfalls: the failure to provide valuable content and the failure to plan your funnel end to end before you start. That's not to say that you can't tweak something en route, but it's much easier to tweak it quickly rather than stop and have a big gap throughout the process. And finally, the pitfall would be that remembering that you are not even hinting at selling until the end of the third part of your funnel here, until you've really created desire. Then you can start to convert them, and then you have the call to action. So the first three stages are free, valuable educational content. I hope that you found that process helpful. If you have, please share this video and post, and click the like button if you're so inclined. More importantly, do share your comments about whether that's helped you, whether you have any residual questions, and if you don't want to post them to the whole group, by all means send me a private message. So until next time, wishing you every success in your business. Take care.